Hello everybody, Matt from TDM Style here, and welcome back to the channel. Today it is finally time for me to tackle this Mariano Di Vaio inspired hairstyle. So after growing my hair out for months and months and months, it's finally reached a point that to me feels like it's sort of the sweet spot for length. And I've recently had what's easily one of my most favorite haircuts ever. And so now I've got the right shape to be able to do this hairstyle. So in terms of measurements, the sides and back are a 1.5 to 2 fade. And the top at its longest point in the very fringe is about 6.5 inches, like just past the tip of my nose. And then it's got a pretty heavy taper to the back, and at the very back of my head, my hair is probably more like 2.5 or 3 inches long. Now, having this kind of tapered haircut is pretty important in doing this style, because what it allows you to do is actually style the back of your hair forward, and then you can take the front of your hair that's a lot longer and kind of rest it on top, and that just allows you to still have considerable length in the front, but it's also very easy to achieve lots of volume. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so straight out of the shower, I've done my normal routine of adding a few drops of argan oil and 1 pump of Paul Mitchell's Super Skinny. And now I'm going in with just a little bit of Original by Blumon Smooth Edition as my pre-styler. The more that I've been using this product, the more that I'm really starting to love it. It just works very well as a pre-styler, gives you lots of volume, keeps your hair feeling nice and light, and it has a really great looking natural finish. Once that's worked in, I'm just going to do a quick once over with my vent brush just to make sure my hair is evenly saturated. And now we're moving on to blow drying, which is definitely the most important part of this style. I like to start by drying both my sides kind of straight up towards the middle of my head, and then I'll take a minute to work out some trouble areas like this spot at the back of my head that likes to sort of poof up. Once my hair is about maybe 50 or 60% dry, I'm going to take my vent brush and go from the back to the front and follow right behind it with the blow dryer, just kind of straightening my hair out and blow drying it all forward. Blow drying it all forward like this is just going to give us a really nice foundation for when we eventually push it back, and it's going to have lots of volume. At this point, my hair is probably 80% dry, and now I'm going to switch to the round brush, and this is where we're really going to work in the shape that we want. Starting at the very back, I'm going to use that round brush to grab small sections of my hair, and I'm going to pull it forward towards the front of my head while simultaneously rotating the brush backwards and touching right up against the brush with the hairdryer. Using this technique is a very effective way at building in lots of volume while simultaneously creating that nice backwards arcing shape. I'm going to continue using this technique throughout my entire head, just working slowly towards the front. Now, since my hair naturally grows from the left to the right, every once in a while I am going to come over to the right side of my head and grab a small section of hair with the round brush like this and curl it back towards the center of my head, just so that it doesn't all fall over to that side later. Once I'm feeling pretty good about the shape, I'm going to go in with my fingers and just blow dry my hair a little bit in the opposite direction of natural growth, which sort of helps me check for any areas that I might want to go over again, like this stubborn cowlick area in the front here. Once you're done, don't forget to change over to the cold air setting on your hairdryer and go over your entire head again for at least 30 seconds to a minute just to close up those hair cuticles and really set that shape in place. Now it's time for post-styling, and since Mariano likes to have a very natural looking hairstyle, so it doesn't look like he has a lot of product in his hair, it stays very bouncy and flowy looking, I'm going to go in with just a little bit more of Original by Blumon. As I mentioned before, this product leaves me with a very light, natural looking finish, so it was the perfect one to use as a post-styler as well. So that about does it for this hairstyle, guys. Nice and easy. Like I said, the blow drying step is really the most important, and that does take a little bit of practice just to sort of be able to get the shape right. But once you get it, it becomes very easy, and this is just a great hairstyle for an everyday look. And I think some of my favorite things about it are just how natural it looks. It just feels very light and bouncy, and you know, if it starts to deconstruct or get a little messy throughout the day, it's still gonna look great if you just leave it that way, just let it happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave me a thumbs up down below. That really will help me out quite a lot. If you haven't yet subscribed, please feel free to click that button for more content coming your way very soon. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.